From her brazen behavior on The Real Housewives of Atlanta to her foxtrot on Dancing with the Stars, NeNe Leakes is as real as it gets. In 2013, NeNe was hospitalized with a serious condition. She came to the doctors to talk about her health scare. Tell everyone what you've been dealing with.
Well, in November, I was diagnosed with pulmonary embolisms in my right lung, all over my right lung. For like a couple days, I was feeling the pain that was under my breast that went to my side and around my back. And I kept thinking, this is so weird. Like, this is the weirdest pain. And I remember one morning I was with my producers in my glam team, and I kept saying to them, I just do not feel well. And they kept saying, why? Why? And I was like, this pain, I just do not feel well. And that day, I worked all day. I got home, and the pain was getting worse and worse. And I kept saying to my husband, this is so bad, I really want to call 911. And Greg kept saying, you can't call 911 to our neighborhood, seriously? You have gas. And I'm like, oh. He is Dr. Greg. He diagnoses himself everything. He never goes to the doctor. He's like, no, you just need to go to the pharmacy and buy this, this, and this. And I'm like, Greg, seriously, I'm really, the only way I was able to get my husband to take me to the hospital, I said, I'm going to dial 911. And I had the phone in my hand, and he was like, no, I will take you to the doctor.
Oh, wow. And what really is important here is, this is not to undermine Greg, your loving husband, it's that gas shouldn't cause shortness of breath. No. And when you have this innate desire to call 911, we talk about this in medicine, this feeling of impending doom that you had. Listen to that instinct. It sometimes may turn out to be gas, but that shortness of breath, the chest pain, sort of ill-defined pain, can be very common with these pulmonary embolisms. I'm going to remind everyone what these are. They tend to start in your legs as a deep vein thrombosis. They can occur because you've been sedentary, say on a long flight. Some people are just susceptible to these things, and other times they can occur after an injury to that vein. Now, once that deep vein thrombosis forms, it can break off. That's when it gets scary. Isolated in your leg is not the problem. It's when it breaks off, it travels to your lungs. It's almost like a stroke in your lungs, because what happens is that clot chokes off oxygen to the area of the lung that's blocked off. That area of the lung, literally the tissue can die off. If the pulmonary embolism is big enough, you can die instantly. Certainly by going in, I'm assuming you got started on blood thinners.
I did, but when I first went to the emergency room, when I was there, I talked to the doctor, and they said, when I explained to them the symptoms I was having, and they said, we think it's your gallbladder. So we do this whole CT scan, and I remember him coming back and saying to me, okay, your lungs have collapsed, you have pulmonary embolism, and I thought to myself, saying to him, I said to you, you're in the wrong room. Like, the people are next door, because there was some, just to hear that, though, I was so freaked out, because I'd never been in the hospital before other than to just have my children.
What really is important here is we're glad that you're doing well.